Vezi dacă erai pe calculator, tu puteai de așa? Poți să intri la mine aici pe calculatorul tău?
Nu, nu trebuie să zic.
Ce, nu vrei să intri pe tău? Vezi că am dat drumul.
Trebuie să zic, ușa.
Nici nu mă pot să mă ascult cu creierul. Vezi că am dat drumul mai mult. Hello guys, as I promised you guys, my name is Raul and welcome back to another lesson tutorials. We get ready for shading. Today we're learning about shading. So what we need to know about shading. Before shade a portrait, we need to learn to use the pencils. So I'm gonna zoom the camera because we're learning to shade this beautiful model portrait. Okay, but before to do this, we're taking a black paper and we do a short demonstration. It's a blank one. Okay, so we do demonstration what the pencil doing. First of all, I will present the pencils. It's very important things because I've been asked regarding this. So we have more grades of the pencils. I have a Staedtler Mars Lumograph pencil. Okay, and he's starting with 2H grade. Let's see what 2H doing. Also, if you shade a portrait, make sure you sharp very well pencils. It's very important to sharp very well. We're using only sharp pencils. So let's do a short demonstration for 2H pencil. Okay, how to shade realistic. And guys, this is tutorial for beginners. We don't shade like this. Okay, we don't using the pencil like drawing. We keep the pencil to the end of the pencil. Okay, and let the pencil on the paper just slippery a little bit. And as you can see here, I shade like a square, okay? And this, guys, is 2H. Okay, we have 2H. Let's see the next grade of the pencil is about the H. We have here all type of pencils. So this is H grade. This should be a bit higher but still lighter pencil. So also keep to the end of the pencil. And we're doing another shade. And as you can see, already it's getting darker because it's different grade of the pencil, guys. So it's very important to know about the grade to shading realistic portrait. Okay, this is H. We have already 2 grades of the pencil. Let's take the third one. The third one is F grade. Hope you have a lot of grades because you can make easy and nice portrait. I will sharpen this as well a little bit more. So I'm using only sharp pencil, very good sharp pencil. Okay, and this F, we draw again a square, and as you can see, becoming more darker. Okay, this is F grade. Okay, let's take the third one, the fourth one is HB grade. I think I need to sharpen this as well, just a bit more. So this is about HB grade. You find this grade of the pencil in all shops, all magazines, and this is the normal what the people using in school, in everywhere. Okay, HB grade. Also we're doing again square. Perfect. As you can see, every time after I shade become darker because I changed the grade. So this is HB grade. It's very important if you want to draw realistic portrait. It's very important to know to shade realistic. Okay, the next one is B grade. So B, I love a lot of portraits I'm doing with B grade. For me, is one of the best grade because helping for details as well. Okay, this is B grade, guys. So let's see what this grade doing. Again, shading square, and as you can see, already start darker. But guys, when you're shading a portrait, and if you want to do a great job, don't press with the pencil. Just let the pencil slipping on the paper. So this is B grade, looking very nice already. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's about 2B. So when you start with 2, 4, 6, 7 and 8 B grade, that means you're doing dark hair or shadows. Okay, so we're going now to 2B grade. And this is already sharp, nice. Okay, 2B grade. Let's do a square here to see what's happened. It's very important to know about pencils if you want to draw realistic and if you want your artwork looking amazing. So as you can see, 2B grade is valuable and very useful for portraits. Okay, this is 2B. I'll put here for you 2B, and I'm going now darker step by step, because I will show you today, if you're drawing a realistic face, you need to use 2 or at least 3 grade of the pencil, so you can make a gradient on the skin. Okay, we're moving now 3B. To be honest, I never use 3B grade because it's near to 2B, so I'm using 2B and I'm jump on it on 4, 6 or higher. But I will show you a short demonstration. This is 3B. It's very good grade as well. As you can see, very nice shading with 3B. Okay, that is 3B. I'm gonna zoom a little bit so you can see better. Alright, and now we're using the last grades, 4, 6 and 7 and 8 grade of the pencil. This is 4B pencil. Okay, I try to sharpen this one as well. And I have here 4B grade. So we're doing the same square shading, and as you can see, becoming darker. And guys, everything you need to know when you shade a portrait, you need to know about the pencil and what the pencil is doing. So this is 4B grade. Okay, we jump on 5B grade. I have here 5B grade, so already this one is darker. If you want to use on a hair, dark hair or whatever inside of the mouth, eyes, or you can do shadows as well with 5B grade. So I'm doing 5 here. I'm using most of the time 6, 7, also 5 as well sometime, to changing the grades. So this will be 5. Okay. We have 6, 7 and 8. Let's take a look on 6. Now also it's good to have sharp your pencils, and I have now 6 grade, yeah, and I'm doing on the corner. This is already 6 grade. Very nice and good pencils from Staedtler Mars Lithograph. Very useful, and a lot of people already using these beautiful pencils. So this is 6B. I enjoy very much when I draw with them. And I have now 7B grade, so this is already higher. So I'm going to jump here on top. And this is already used. You see how is the new one and how much I use from this 7B, because I like to do it. Also I use only 7B for the last portrait, so I can show you a short demonstration on my last work I finished last night, how dark I can do with the 7B grade here. As you can see, hair, okay, and also very nice dark on a wet hair and nose, eyes, everything, okay. So I'm shading with 7B now. And look at that nice shade and dark shade. We're using most of the time for the shading. For the animal hair also is very good. Perfect. This will be 7D. And the last one, if I show you, is very small because I use a lot of time for. Also the hair is very important, but I'm doing shadows everywhere. So for the demonstration I can show you in this area I use a lot of shading with this grade, and after that charcoal powder. So this is 8B grade now, and look at that, is very nice and shadow shading. Okay, as you can see, is the last and darker, and I didn't press any pencil, so all pencil was very light on the paper. This is 8B. Okay, I have all grades here, so now you know about the pencil. Pencil are by grade, and starting from 2H till 8B grade become darker. So this is most important when you draw a portrait. And now we're doing a short demonstration how to shade dark to light with only one pencil, and I'm choosing HB grade because all people have this pencil most of the time. Okay, and I'm doing dark to light. How to do it? Start and shading just one side. It's very important to know, maybe you want to shade nose, lips, or whatever side outside of the face, and you can do by these tips. I try to show my tips how I'm doing. You see, I'm keeping the pencil here till becoming darker, and I'm going out just a little bit till I found my favorite grade color on the paper. So as you can see, I'm coming out slowly, and I'm keep the pencil very light on the paper, so I can have very dark to light grade. So as you can see here now, becoming light with the same grade, HB grade. It's coming light, it's coming light. Okay, exactly this method you can use for any kind of grade you like. It's very important to know about how to do it with the pencil. It's very important because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of portraits made on groups, on Facebook groups, and they are not very good shade because of this type. Keeping the pencil on one side and going the other side and going down and up and down, and they make like a same color of the grade on the paper, and they think the portrait is okay, but this is the mistake. Shading one side and jump on the other, jump on the other. This is not good. Yeah, the perfect tips is this one. Keep pencil one side. Stay with the pencil on that side till you like how the face or skin is, and keep moving the pencil the other side, but don't take the pencil on the paper, only eye on a picture where you draw. Okay, so it's very important to know the pencil, to know how to use the pencil. Okay, so this again is HB, and as you can see I did like 8B grade here with HB because I keep the pencil on that area. Yeah, and after that I move slowly outside. Okay, now you know about the pencil, guys. Hope this tutorial can help very much, because a lot of beginners on groups and they want to draw perfectly, but they need more lessons. That's why I'm doing this lesson, guys, for you, to learn about the pencils and to learn about the side of the skin. Let's move to the next step, and for this I'm going to use the same grade, HB grade. I will use most of the time HB today because my don't have some special pencil, guys. So if you have HB grade, it's good to do with me. So I'm doing shading with HB grade now. The same shade, yeah. I'm keeping to doing, let's suppose this will be a human portrait, and this will be the outside light, and inside will be lighter, behind the nose, eyes, wherever. Okay, we're doing the same thing. I'm keeping the pencil. And I try to doing lighter, lighter, lighter. And I do one more, because I will do two demonstrations about shading, realistic shading. Okay, if you have a pencil and paper ready, you can do in the same time with me to see what happened, and maybe you're happy to start to doing realistic portrait because you know a few tips. I share with you my tips, so it's better to help each other. Okay, I have two same square size. So what happens if I shading with blending stump, and I have for a while two types of blending stump, yeah, that's I call blending. So I'm going to use only one blending stump to see how to shade and blend with blending stump. As you can see, I already covered the papers and become better. Okay, that is one of my tip when I'm doing small size, or I'm blending most of the time eyes and nose and mouth. Okay, let's see what's happened if I'm using tissue, toilet paper, or ear cotton, whatever you like to use. For this time I'm using this toilet paper for demonstration, so I have one small piece. Okay, just follow my steps and you will see how I'm using. Okay, if you have this triangle, I just turn this side inside of it to keep with the finger on this. Okay, so it's very easy. And now I'll keep here and become like a look nice shading now. Different thing. So whatever your paper you're using, you will have good nice shading. Okay, and I will call this blending stump. I call this tissue. And I have another one, and this will be ear cotton, whatever you like to use it. So we're doing again this shading. As you can see, guys, yes, it's possible to doing more type of grade on your paper with only one pencil, whatever the grade is. So I'm using this earbud. Now, yes, I'm using this a lot of time. I use for shading behind of water drops. Like yesterday I finished my portrait. I use inside of the face, most of the side of the skin. I like to use this ear cotton. I can go anywhere because, as you can see, it's very small and very useful. So when you draw a portrait, the most important thing is to know what to take in hand and how to start to do it. And I will show you here on my last work. As you can see, I shade this area on the eye. Also I use on the eyebrow. Okay, and look at that here on the nose, near to water drops. Yeah. Also I covered the water drops and I came back with the eraser. Okay guys, so now you know how to shading. Let's see what's happened with our project today. Let's see how to start to doing a project. And I'm not starting today with eyes because today the lesson for today will be shading. So I'll change the paper now because you already know about the pencils. Yeah, you already know about the grades of the pencil. And as I promised you last tutorial, when I show you about the hair, a few of my techniques about the hair, how to shade a realistic human face portrait. Hope is very, very clear. Hope you didn't draw this outline strong with a pencil. Just keep the pencil very light when you copying the outline. Okay. A lot of people asking me again how start a portrait. So it's very easy step. Just copy the image with outline, and after that looking for the picture to check for the shadows and shading as well. Okay, let's see what the pencil doing if I start with this upper side of the human face. Okay, so for the beginning we're using lighter because the skin is not dark, it is very, very light skin. So I'll show you the picture. We're doing this beautiful model. Okay, so as you can see we have here, I'm gonna use 2H, HB, and just in case if I need B, or the last one will be mechanical pencil. So here, as you can see, is darker. We're using different grade. Yeah, and next time maybe I will show you how to doing eyes. I think I have already a tutorial for realistic eye on YouTube channel. I put the link in the description. If you want to follow my steps, just follow that link and you will see a lot of my tutorials how to drawing. Also I have full lesson hours of work. Okay, let's take now 2H grade of the pencil. Yeah, this is 2H. And if you draw this outline with me, let's start to shading upper of the head. So we're keeping the pencil flat, okay, and we're going slowly from here. Always when you're shading, don't shade from the middle to outside, from the outside to middle. I don't know how the people, the professional guys shading, but my tips is to shading from outside inside, because I can bring, as I show you here in this demonstration, yeah, I can bring dark to light whatever I want. So I start to shading now very, very light here, and always guys remember, follow the picture where you want to draw. And you will see very, very nice, good projects, and your skill changing. If you're learning to draw like a professional, if the tutorial are for beginners. So we're shading this very light because the picture show us very light. We have a little bit highlight on this area, so we need to keep them very good over there. So for the beginning I start with this 2H, and if I need to change the grade you will see what's happened. Also guys, my opinion is try to buy a good paper if you want to do realistic, good, nice artwork. Don't use Xerox paper, normal paper, because you may break the paper if you're shading more times. If you want to come back with blending or whatever you like, it's very easy to break the paper without you want. So I shade a little bit from this area with 2H grade, the first one, and for the beginning I will take a toilet paper, okay, and I show you before, yeah, just split one time, split again. Now this is dirty, I will use the different side, okay, and now I have this corner and I'll keep the finger on this area. And how to shade is very important to know how to shade. I never go from the outside light grade of the pencil to dark, okay, I'm going from the dark to outside always. So I keeping very light this dark area. Nothing happen if you keep the tissue there. And coming by circles, very small circles, coming outside. Till you finish the shade all your graphite on your paper. Just go around with a tissue, toilet paper or face wipe. Okay, the first step was made. So if I need now darker, what happened? I just changing the grade. So from 2H I'm going on HB grade. Okay, and I'm doing the same thing from the inside. Very light shading guys, never pressing with a pencil. As you can see, already become darker because I already shade once. And also guys, when you're shading, keep the eye on a picture where you want to draw and go close to the picture. When you see shading or dark area is like a shadow, so we need to shade that area. Okay, as you can see, I have darker here and lighter, and will be darker here on this area and lighter again in the middle. So again, we're using this toilet paper. If becoming darker from the graphite, just change the side, nothing happen. Or if you full of the graphite oil, just change the toilet paper again. And now it's clean and I can shade again. So we're shading by circles guys, very light. And we're going outside where the light is, where the highlight is. Okay, now we need to keep going with the portrait, and we don't know how to do what's happened. If you want to do very nice realistic portrait, you need to take the outline first. So don't draw, just take the blending stump. Okay, we're taking the blending stump now, and we just outline the portrait. We outline the nose, but not with the pencil, guys, only with blending stump. Because blending stump is exactly like a pencil and will help you to do later more details. Okay, and now as you can see, I have already nose made. Okay, also you can do lips if you like, or you can wait for later. We have hair here, and again we need to shade this area on the face now because we have the nose and we can't shade over the nose because we know where the nose is. So let's do the darker sides. From, for example, we're looking for shadows, so we have eyebrow only with blending stump. Okay, and we're doing the other one. Don't worry if you can't see very clear because it's only blending stump, it's not a pencil. Or if you know to drawing much better, if you're not a beginner, you can use straight away your pencil, but I'm showing you this tutorial for beginners, how to deal with the proportion. Okay, we have already a few things about the face. And now again we have nose here. Just make sure you know where the shadow is and everything will be fine when you're coming with shading. So it's very important, guys, start first with blending stump. This is about the beginners. I'm not using these tips because it's not anymore needed, because I'm not a beginner, so I can do with the pencils by shading also. But I show you for the beginners how to do with this proportion. It's better to know about the proportion doing. Very easy steps to doing. So you will see different way of drawing. Yeah, we have the nose already like made by blending stump, and now I keep going with shading. Again, it's not very dark skin from the model girl, so we keep going with 2H or HB, whatever you like to use. I'll start with 2H first one, and I need to shade not all face because I have lighter here, so I have highlights here and on the cheek as well. So I'm doing just this area shading. So it's very important, guys, to know about the shading. Follow the picture and keep the pencil on the paper just by circles, very small circles, and jump with the eye on a picture as I'm doing now. And I'm going with the pencil where the shading should be. Okay, it's not very hard job, but is useful. So now we need shading close to mouth. And we need to jump on the cheek a little bit higher. This girl have very light skin, so we don't need darker pencils. Okay, first shading I show you with toilet paper. This time I'm gonna change for the people who have face wipe. I always use face wipe. For me it's very useful and very easy to use it. So I'll show you swipe, split one time and split again. Yeah, we have this proportion, and we split again and we build like a pencil. Yeah, we can shade whatever we want. And now I'll shade again, same technique from the outside to inside, but very small circles, and keep the eye on a picture to know about where to go. And now I'm looking to combine the grade of the pencil with proper paper. I love to draw, guys, so art is everything for me. When I'm drawing, I'm feeling very relaxed. So I think a lot of people love art. And now, as you can see, is a bit darker here and lighter here. What I need to do now, like a line here from the cheek, you know, and I'm doing this way, yeah, by shading. Bring more blushing cheeks. And now with the rest of the graphite here, I can go on all face, because will be highlights and lighter. And now again here inside. Also, if you have this, oh, it's too full now, what can I do? Just turn the other side and it's clean again. So we're doing, I do apologies about my voice. I was very cold, and I get better now, hopefully better. Winter has time and get cold, people. Very nice shading till now. If you have darker skin, just come back with a different grade and do the same procedure all over the face, okay? Just, for example, if you have a different nation of people, like Nigerian or different country, France or whatever, just keeping doing the same procedure with different grade. But now we don't need this. So you know a bit about the shading. Let's do how to build eyebrow. Eyebrow always is very important to know how to build them. If you want to do realistic, use mechanical pencil, yes. But before to do eyebrow, I'm doing short shading. As you can see, I did already with blending stump. And if you're doing this step with blending stump, you know where to going with mechanical pencil. I'm using Faber-Castell 0.5 grip mechanical pencil. Very good pencil for me. So let's see how to build eyebrow. Eyebrow is divided in two sides, guys. The outside corner and inside corner. We start always with inside corner, doing from this area to the right by line, very light lines. Don't press with the pencil. It's not necessary to. If you want to draw like professional, nobody press with the pencil. This is most important thing to do. Okay, and when you get the half of the eyebrow, or you can do third side of the eyebrow, keeping the same procedure, but we're changing the way of the pencil, and I will show you in a minute. I want to make perfectly here. So always, guys, when you draw a realistic portrait, keep the eye on a picture, keep the picture close to you, and you will see your skill is changing with every your artwork doing. Okay, so for me it's enough here. And now what's happened, if I'm doing this area, I'm come back on the outside line to inside, but I'm not doing the same things, yeah? I'm doing from outside to inside, so I will change the side of the pencil and I'm going inside of the eyebrow. It's very important to know how to draw realistic eyebrow. I choose this picture from the model portrait because look for me more easy to do it, but if your art skill growing and if you need to learn more about art drawing, let me know and we can do for professional as well. So we have already eyebrow. What's happened if I did like this? I put the mechanical pencil down and I can take 2 or 3 items. I can do with ear cotton by shading, very light shading. I can do blending stamp, but it's not necessary because I did already before. And also I have my beautiful small brush. Always I'm using this brush for shading. And I will show you, I'm keeping very light on the paper as I draw. As you can see, it's covering very nice, and it gives me also a shadow texture near to the eye, so I can build also the face with eye brush very clearly. I like to draw very clearly portraits, so now I have this corner. I'm not keep going this, I'm coming from this area inside as I draw. Also, I'm looking for the eye, so I'm coming with brush here to keep going, even if I can't see very well where I draw, but it's very important to do this. This is about the beginners, so you know how to shade. And now with the graphite taking from the eyebrow you have in a brush, just keep the brush here and make the model of the eye. And you will see very nice step. Prepare the portrait before drawing. Okay, so this is another important step to know about that. I have also pencils with me, so we're going to the next step. Let's start to shade the nose. The nose is very important to know about nose, because you can't shade nose with big like tissue, toilet paper or face wipe, just if you are the professional and you know how to maneuver. But it's good to use this ear cotton, okay, or blending stump, whatever you like to use. But my favorite also for small size is this small brush. It's not a professional brush, it's cheaper one, but is very strong also. And I would like to present another one. I have 2 types of brushes, but as you can see, this is softer when I'm doing texture for nails, hands, and I would like to keep the wrinkles clear, as I did in my last my before than last portrait with the old man with the money on the mouth. So let's see what this brush doing after we shade with the pencil. We're taking again 2H grade, okay, and we keep looking for the picture by circles. Always when you're shading, keep this type of shading circles, not longer, because circles you can go anywhere you like, and also you can move the way of the pencil wherever you want to do it, which area you want to go. And guys, it's very important, don't press with the pencil. We're learning to shading very light. We have also shadow here, and shadow here from the nose. So I'm gonna teach you how to do shadow as well. But now we concentrate on the nose side. Now we're looking to shade this side of the nose. Also, as you can see, I'm not shading to the end because I will use eraser after that, and you will see most and beautiful effect by eraser. We're gonna use this Tombow Mono Zero eraser. I'm always using after shading, so this is very important to know about eraser, because eraser you can do water drops as well. So I will have tutorial for how to doing water drops, and I have a short demonstration on my latest portrait. As you can see, very nice effect with eraser. Okay, very good effect giving by this Tombow Mono Zero eraser. So let's keep going with shading. Also we need to go inside because it's darker area here. So we're keeping by circles, very small circles. You need to take a lot of patience because it might take time, but you will be very happy with your project if you follow my steps. Also we have to shade here. Most of the time I'm starting portrait with eyes, but now I start with skin, so I can show you how to shading realistic from beginner steps. And now I have already shade. So remember guys, first thing to do for shading, keep the pencil flat, never pressing with the pencil on a paper. Try to use good and professional paper. I'm using Strathmore Bristol paper. I have two types of this paper, very nice paper. So for me it's brilliant paper. Since I'm used this one, my artwork are more valuable and more artistic. So we keep going now with shading. We have this area as well, shade. Don't be afraid if you don't do perfectly shade, just keep practicing, and if you're doing this you will see, oh my god, this is not really good. Don't worry about it, just change the paper and do again. Keep practicing, you will learn how to doing realistic, and slowly you're going to professional drawing. So I'm looking now on the picture and I'm keeping all shadows areas. Also, as you can see here, I have cheeks. I respect this side of the cheek and a small line. Okay, and we keep going with shading to cover this. And now, as I have in the picture, I have more highlights here in this area than here, so I let more white side on the paper. It's very important, guys, to know about the pencils before shade the portrait. Is know about how to using these grades to make more realistic art. Okay, now I did this short demonstration. Let's see what ear cotton doing, and let's see what brush doing. Okay, so I'm going slowly I'm start always to shading from the middle, yeah, not from the outside inside. I'm start from the middle of the graphite, and I'm keep going to combine the graphite with the rest of the paper, very, very light. If you have small portraits on a small paper like me now is A4 paper, is recommended to use ear cotton. If you have big papers like I did on the Old Man with Money, I use face wipe tissue toilet paper because it's a big size and I can shade easily. So now I want to keep this very, very nice shade. I have shadow inside of the eye. Also guys, remember, keep the eye on a picture and you will see very, very nice work doing. Okay, and now I let this side for the brush. As I told you, I have two types of brush. It's very important things to know about the brush and how to shading. If you shade details, use this harder brush and sharper. If you shade like cheeks or wherever you like to shade, use this soft, but I'm using most of the time for details this one. And I'm going slowly and I'll show you how to shade with this. I'm doing by circles, very, very small circles. Also guys, this thing you can do with ear cotton as well. If you don't prefer brush, it's not any problem. Just keep doing with ear cotton if you don't have brush already. If you have brush, change your mind and keep doing with brush. You will see different thing on your paper and will be valuable graphite on your paper. Okay, we have here as well, so I'm doing this proportion of shading. As you can see, very small brush and very sharp. I can use in any side of the paper. Very valuable and very useful. I can do whatever I want because of the model of the brush. Also, I'm using this brush when I draw hair. It's very important because if you want to do and drawing realistic hair, as I had in the first tutorial, how to draw realistic hair, after draw hair, okay, any kind of hair, just give a short brush and you will see the hair texture will change straight away and your artwork become like a professional just because you shade the hair. And now I have here a little bit darker and up on the cheek is becoming lighter. How are we doing this? We can use ear cotton or tissue toilet paper to doing this shading before. I'm gonna use this toilet paper. Just to extend the graphite with the cheek, okay guys? And after that I will come back for the brush. Sorry about that. So I'll do this tip. I'll keep the finger here and I have this area. So now I shade just a little bit by circles to make more realistic skin. But as you can see, I didn't touch the bottom side. I'm going just with the tissue here. and I start to build the cheek from the model. As you can see, I already start to build it. What's happened if it's not clear? I'm come back with a pencil, or I can use this very beautiful mechanical pencil because it's very, very good for details. So I'm coming with the same procedure by shading. Also guys, I would like to see your work. Just take a photo if you draw with me. Post on my group Graphite Pencil by Raul Art. And I'm gonna following you how you deal with it. And if I can improve more, I explain to improve more, or if you good, congratulations for this. As you can see, mechanical pencil gives me more details, so I'm going close to details now. Also guys, for beginner, it's good to know, keep any blank paper for the beginning. Here, for example, if you don't have this type of glue, if you want to looking for this type of glue, you can check on Amazon and just write it down, art drawing globes, and you will find this kind of glue. Very, very good to keep the paper clean. Or if you know, just keep the paper on top and do your job on the paper. Okay, it's good to know, don't draw with the finger or with the hand on the paper, because the human hands have oil and you don't know, you will put like a spot, and when you're shading to the end, you will see what's happened. And I'm gonna do a short demonstration, but not on this paper. To see what's happened, is very important to know human hand have oil, yeah. And what's happened if you shade with the pencil now? I'm coming with B grade, so this is faster and darker. Look what's happened if I shade on the area. When you draw a portrait from someone, and if you keep with the finger, you will see, oh my god, this is not good because it's already dirty. How can I give this to customer? Okay, and when you're shading this, look how I shade. What's happened with the finger area? Very dirty and ugly portrait. Okay, and what's happened if I shade untouched paper? I'm shading here. And I'm keeping the same tissue and I'm shading very light, and you will see, oh my god, this is brilliant because I didn't touch the paper, never, till I draw. Okay, look the difference guys. So this is brilliant shading, this is touching by hand. So human fingers have oil, please don't touch the paper with finger. Keep the glues or paper or whatever you like to put on your art. Okay, it's very important if you want to keep clean and nice project. If you want to frame this project, and if you put the finger, whatever you put, you will not be happy because you get dirty your paper. So it's good to know about this, so keep in mind and follow my steps. Okay, now I did this one. I'm come back with lovely brush. So we're shading very, very slowly from this top line, and we're going inside. Okay, and now we can change again with toilet paper. I think the toilet paper is brilliant for shading because it's a small one, first of all, and it's very, very soft. Mine is very nice soft, so I'm gonna use this toilet paper. But as I told you guys, I have face wipe and I'm very happy with this face wipe. You can find in any pharmacy or shops in England. You can find very easy this face wipe. So I'm doing again this split of toilet paper, and I'm just turning the corner, and now I have like a shading in my hand. And okay, I'm starting again to shade this type of cheek, but remember, I'm not shading down because will be different graphite here, and if I'm shading here, you need to come back with eraser and you will not be happy with that. Okay, so very small shading by circles. Don't rush up your work. Keep an eye on the picture and shading very soft. And look, nice cheek doing now. So the beginners now know how to use the technique of shading. Yeah, you can use in any direction your tissue, toilet paper, whatever you want to use. Okay, I'm very happy with this cheek now, so I can go further. I will take this area inside to see what's happened with this side of the face, because also I have to shade this cheek. So I'll keep in again to H grade. And also guys, one step what I like to teaching you guys, if you start doing a portrait, I've been asked for the few people how to doing, because always when I start doing a portrait I can't remember the graphite of the pencil. It's not a problem, I can teach you very easy way. Put a paper here. Very good to know about this. Let's try to make a clean side of the paper. Okay, that is clean. And before to start a portrait, just make like this: eye, nose, mouth, face, hair. What's happened now, if you have this, just put on the table on top of your portrait, and doing like this, eye, you need blending stump. Remember, eye always the pupil is darker, so you need 6, 7, 8 B grade. Okay, you need also blending stump inside of the eye, you will see, and you need mechanical pencil. Okay, what you learn about the nose: before to start a nose you need blending stump. You need HB grade and 2H grade in case of your skin portrait is lighter. If you have darker people to doing, just keep B grade and 2B grade. If you have to doing darker, just change the grade. But also if you're doing this type of paper, you remember, oh my god, I'm doing now eye or mouth or nose. I just check the paper what I need to do, because if I'm taking 8B grade and I try to doing nose, maybe I will break the paper. Oh yeah, 8B grade is on eye, so now I know. Mouth is 8B grade always, and I will show you when we're drawing mouth how to start mouth here with 8B grade. So I'm telling the through is the good way to doing. After this you need HB grade. So it's not very big deal to doing a portrait if you know how to using the pencil and if you know the steps how to using the pencil. Okay, so let's see for the mouth, if you're doing with 8B, HB, and you need eraser, Tombow, Mono, eraser. Another things to know about how to doing a mauve. If you're using these three, you don't need more. You can do realistic, very nice mauve. Just in case if you want to do like a professional inside of the eye, pupil, or maybe lip, very glossy lip, you can use jelly roll as I did on the water drops. Okay, if you're using this jelly roll, you can make effect on a lip like a glossy lipstick. Okay, what we need to know about the face, how we learn here the face. You need 2H, HB, B just in case, or 2B just in case, because the face is most important. Don't do darker the face. 2B. Okay, you can come back with a tissue, toilet paper, and you will see how you change the skin and how you can make the realistic skin if you are the beginner, using these steps before your portrait. And the hair, how to doing the hair. You need mechanical pencil, okay, because I'm always doing with mechanical pencil, so I can make hair more realistic. It's very valuable and very good to use it. I have this Faber-Castell mechanical pencil, so I'm very happy when I'm doing hair with this. After this, you need brush. You can looking for paint brush, sorry about that, paint brush. And also if you have darker hair, just change with 4B, 6B, or even 8B, just in case if you need. So guys, if you have this one doing on the top of a table when you're doing a portrait, you will remember always what pencil I need to take and where I'm working, because it's very important things. Oh my god, I don't have this paper, and now for example I need to do here what grade I should take. Okay, I'm taking the paper, I'm checking face. Okay, it's very easy way guys for you, for beginners. Oh, I have face here, I can start with 2H, HB, B, and just in case 2B if it's darker skin. I think this is very important things to know for the beginners. And now you can't lose your pencils when you draw a portrait. Now you know where you've been and you can keep going with your art drawing. So let's doing this side of the face. I will clean a little bit here because I don't need. Okay, and now if you have this side of the face, as you can see here, I have just like a spot here and a bit darker on the down on the cheek. So how we're doing this? We're taking H to H grade, and as you can see I have this line. I'm not touching the line, I'm just going, imagination this is cheek, yeah, and I keep going with this. So I'm doing very light line. Okay, and now I'm coming with shading. Okay, when you get the shading, keep an eye on a picture and see if you have to shade more, just going by circles, small circles, and you will take your shading, how the picture is. I'm just taking proportion here. Okay, so we keep going with this shading. Okay, if you have this shade already, just follow my steps. Tissue, toilet paper, face wipe, whatever you like to use. We can use toilet paper because it's very soft and very good to use it, but most of the time I'm using this because I can make smaller and like a pen, sharp like a pen. So if you have this one, it's recommendable to take this. Will do very nice work. And look, very nice sharp here. I can go anywhere and I can keep very nice. So now I start doing the line. Okay, I did already the line, and now by circles I can do circles mixing the grade of the pencil all over the face. That's what we're looking for, guys, to learning how to mix the grade and our portrait to looking like a professional if I'm a beginner. Okay, perfect. And now we need to bring more darker here like shadow. So with the same pencil, or you can use mechanical pencil, whatever you like to use. I try to use mechanical pencil to change a little bit the grade. And I'm keep the eye on the picture, so I do just some very light lines. Because I'm following to doing this nice shadow on the cheek. Also I can build details with this mechanical pencil. So it's recommendable to take mechanical pencil if you're doing details, guys. And I'm come back for this face wipe, tissue or toilet paper, and I'm doing just shading by lines, very light lines. As you can see, I'm doing just very sensitive touching, so I can keep this shadow on the cheek. As you can see, I got this full and I changed the side of the, was already graphite here, I changed it, and now I have clean one, so I can make details more visible. Okay, I think you know about the face shading. We're moving further, so our portraits to be beautiful and complete. Let's doing the shading on the beard down bottom of the mouth. So how we deal with this? Again, we're taking mechanical pencil, yes, and we're looking in the picture. I will show you in a minute. We have here highlights. Okay, very important highlights, where they are highlights. Okay, we don't build now mouth, and look at that here. It look like sophisticated for beginners, but it's not very hard to do it, and I will show you how to doing. Now we have cheeks, learn it. We have here, we have nose, and we're doing this area, and I'll show you how to let this highlights, because anyway, don't worry about this, because you will come back with eraser to rebuild this area with eraser. And also for this one you can use kneaded eraser, or if you have this type of pencil, is about the Faber-Castell Perfection pencil, is about the eraser. I'm always using this to make pour on the skin, and I will show you next time how to doing realistic skin by pores. So now we come back to focus on this area, how to make highlights. So it's very easy way. You already draw this area here. Just come outside from the face with very light shadow, And let's take this time to H, and we're shading outside. I'll show you easy way how to doing, but if you already know about this, you can go straight away inside to shade, just following the picture. But this is for beginners, how to let this white highlights intact. So we're shading outside, guys. Don't worry about this because we'll be nice covered by face wipe or toilet paper. As you can see, I didn't shade inside, I shade outside. So let's see what's happened if I'm shading with toilet paper. For the beginning, I'm using toilet paper. And to make a better shade, nobody obligated me to keep the paper like this. I can turn very easily the paper as I need, and I shade outside small circles, guys, as I'm teaching you from the dark to outside to light. Okay, and now you have already shaded this. What's happened now? If you want to do here highlights, just turn the paper different way and take your mono zero eraser. Okay, and just follow my steps. I need to do highlights here, so inside of it we're doing very nice highlights. It's looking like you prepared the paper before shading. Okay, I did this. It's not very visible, but it's very useful. So I'm gonna clean the paper. And now I have eraser here. Now I can do the shading. I'm taking 2H because remember I start always skin with 2H. Or if you can't remember, just take this plan, okay, on your paper, and we're doing face. Okay, what's happened with the face? 2H first one, and we keep the eye on the picture, and we're doing this shading, keeping the eraser side untouched. You can shade by small circles, nobody rush up. So guys, I'm very happy to share with you my skills to teaching you how to deal with portraits. Also, we have here some shadow on the beard. Okay, and now don't forget about this, always is shadowing bottom on the mouth, always. But if you have the picture on your table, if you're drawing, just keep an eye on the picture and you will see, oh my god, I'm very good, I'm doing almost the same, just because I know how to do it. It's very important to know about the pencil, what the pencil doing, what there are more grades, Also guys, I can do a portrait with only one grade, but it's not necessary if I'm doing professional. I'm keeping to changing the grades to make more realistic and more beautiful art. Okay, so now we have this side of the bill. Also, very important thing is small size, it's not big, or if you draw on a A3 paper will be bigger. You can use tissue toilet paper or face wipe, but this is small. I'm gonna use this ear cotton. If it's dirty, don't worry, take another one. Okay, I try to use this side. Okay, and we're doing by circles. I'm starting with this. Always we're looking for the darker area. And I'm following the picture where the shadow is, and I'm moving the ear bud everywhere. Or guys, I told you, you can do with face wipe, tissue or toilet paper. I'm gonna do a show demonstration with the face wipe as well, so you can see it's the same thing. I have very nice sharp face wipe, and now I can keep going with this. So I try to keep the shading how I draw. I'm using now A4 paper from Strathmore Bristol paper, but most of the time I'm using the big one. So is how the big is the paper is, you can put more details. My recommendation is to draw portraits on a big paper, so you can put more details to make the customer happy, and you will see your progress changing. Okay, I did perfect. And now as you can see, I have white here. I'm not coming with eraser now because I will come back with different grade because it's a bit darker, so I will change to H on the next one. And where is the paper? Don't forget about the paper if you're a beginner. And I have 2H, and now I'm looking for HB grade. Let's take HB grade. Okay, and we're doing the same shading by circles. Remember guys, when you're shading, keep the pencil sharp. If it's not sharp enough, sharp again. Nothing happened. As sharp as the pencil, as better work you're doing. I can do portraits with bone pencil, but I don't like. I like to keep them sharp and move the pencil very, very light on the paper. This is my tips, and I'm happy to do so. For the people who don't know me, I'm Raul. I'm admin on Graphite Pencil by Raul Art. Just follow the group and you can enjoy with us, and you can see more of my artwork. So you know about me, I'm still learning by myself, doing portrait by portrait. Yesterday I tried to put more details in water drops, only using my technique. And also when I finish it, I use very important things, jelly roll. And I recommend this jelly roll for eye or for water drops or something like glossy. If you were doing water gloss, you can use this, and I'll show you this one. Very, very important details on every side of the water. Okay, even the water drops in the air. Okay guys, So everything to know about drawing is learning the pencil before using them. So we come back now to shading. I'm taking again this one, face wipe. I love this face wipe because I can do smaller and I can use any side of the paper. So now I'm coming with the final step. As you can see, we're looking on the picture always, and we're keeping eye on the picture, so we can go closer to the picture. And as you can see in my artwork, I'm always looking for realism, so I try to put as much details as I can. And if this is too full of graphite, just change the side and looking for the clear side, because the graphite is very easy to taking on a tissue, toilet paper, or wherever you like to work. Always shading with clean side of tissue, okay? So this tutorial is for beginners, how to draw a realistic portrait. Also guys, you need time to do this. Also you need to know about the pencil before you do this. So look at that, very nice shadowing I have here, and very nice highlights remain down on the bear. But if you need more highlights, just come back with eraser and rebuild that area. And you will see now, if I'm turning the paper and if I rebuild these highlights with eraser, also guys, eraser should be sharp, very nice sharp eraser, and you can chop by cutter. I'm using this cutter to doing, yeah. So I'm just cut this, okay, and when I do this, look, very nice sharp eraser. Or you can use your home knife, is whatever, the same thing. Okay, we know something about the shading till now, while you learn. Let's move to the next step. Let's finish the eyebrow. So we come back for the eyebrow. Again, we're taking the paper. I didn't do here, but I will do it now. Eye, nose, mouth. Okay. Eyebrow. What we need for eyebrow? HB grade for shading, and I'll show you before. Ear cotton or brush. I'm always using brush because it's covering the paper very nice when I shade. So we put here brush. And mechanical pencil. Just in case if you have a darker eyebrow, like a definition of the portrait, you can put 6B, but very, very sharp pencil. Just sharp the pencil before you're drawing, okay? I think this is enough sharp, so you can do very, very nice eyebrow on your portrait. 6B is enough to doing darker. So now we're doing this one. So what we need, HB already shaded, brush already did it, now mechanical pencil. We're taking mechanical pencil. Also we're taking this here closer, and also the same steps. As you can see here in a photo, maybe you will see, oh my god, I did this down and this is upper. It's not right, it's not the same high. Look at the picture and you will see it's like blinking with eyes or something like that, and this is lower. And if I put this here, you will see big difference on the eyebrow. Okay guys, it's very important to respect the position. So we're doing the same thing. Let's build the second one. This is very easy to build because we have just very small part. So we build from the middle by line. And now guys, because the eyebrow is covered by hair on this area, as you can see, we don't need to change the side of the pencil because eyebrow will be here, maybe, yeah. And we don't draw over the hair because over the hair is a different thing. We keep going in this. We keep going with a mechanical pencil. And also guys, remember eye on a picture, and you will see very nice work. Also, when you draw eyebrow, you can check with the eye, very quick check how is, yeah, check for the sizes. Okay, it's the perfect size. The long from the hair you draw, yeah, it's perfect. And now I'm coming back with this beautiful brush, and I'm just brushing very light so I can bring darker skin where the eyebrow is. Hopefully guys you like my tutorial. Hopefully you learn from my tutorial. It's free lesson for everyone who want to learn, and you have time to learn with this video. You can check later or maybe tomorrow. You can repeat the same procedure and you can learn more about the shading. Also, there's a few people who using kneaded eraser. I used before, so also I can use now, but I don't need it because I change it with this pencil. It's Faber-Castell eraser pencil, okay? So, what we're doing with this pencil is very important to know. For example, if you draw this area, okay, and if you shade, you're not happy with the highlights here because your shading was covered by this face wipe, yeah, because you can't put very light on there, or maybe using this face wipe, you see still covering this area. How to get highlights back? Using this pencil by dotting, and I will show you very good demonstration. I need to put some highlights on this area on the beard, so I'm going by dotting. Don't worry, you need sometimes to do this, but it's very good technique. My tip is working, and I will show you where I use this technique on my latest portrait. And look at the nose. As you can see, highlights on the nose. Okay. Look on this side of the head and also on the cheek. Very small. I don't know if you can see very clear, but it's made by this beautiful eraser. So we're doing the same procedure to get back the highlight, just dotting with the pen. Also you can do this with Tombow Monozero eraser, okay, same thing by dotting, but I don't need to use this eraser so many times I'm keeping this eraser sharp and I'm using this pencil. If you want to buy this pencil, you can find on Amazon. Just type Perfection 2056 Faber-Castell. You will find this beautiful eraser pencil. And do this. And look at that. The skin is changing. Also give me the beautiful texture, as you can see here, changing the texture of the skin in more realistic skin. And voila, I came back with the highlights just by dotting. Okay, it's very important to know about this. What's happened if I have darker here? I just come back with light. Okay, I'm not pressing with this, I'm just come back with light so I can get the same for the people who want to learn to draw realistic. Just follow my steps, or also very easy, you can find on YouTube tutorial how to draw. Maybe you will find different way, but I'll try to show you my easy way to drawing. If you like my way to drawing, just keep practicing home and you will see your skill will changing. And this is the eraser pencil. This doing eraser pencil for me is brilliant pencil, so I'm using a lot of times. Also guys, I have highlights on the cheek, I have highlights on here. I'm come back with this beautiful pencil, eraser pencil, and I'm doing by dots, very small spot on the, as you can see, but I need to work more on this area and also this one as well. So what is important to know about shading? Adding more details by eraser, you make more progressive and make more beautiful artworks and more nice drawing. Okay, now let's keep doing with this side of the face, because we need to keep finishing this face. We're going with the same 2H grade of the pencil. Okay, and now we don't have highlights because we did already here, so highlights is coming from this area, okay, from the left. The girl have highlights on this area, so we need darker here. What we're doing, by 2H grade of the pencil, shading very light. Remember, we're shading from the end of the pencil. By the way, I'm using Staedtler Mass Lumograph pencil. A lot of people already using this pencil. Also, I have Tombow Mono Graphite and Faber-Castell 9000. So this time we're using Staedtler. We're going very light shading. Also, guys, remember, keep an eye on the picture. Don't shade where you don't need. I think I already did, sorry about that. We rework. Again, we have a little bit lighter here, down on the bottom of the cheek. What's happened? We're shading first outside. So this will be shadow inside of the hair. But if you shade this outside, and now I'm using this earbud or whatever brush you like. I can use this one as well, yeah, because it's darker area, I'm using this straight away. come back in a minute, guys. Alright, I'm back again. So, let's shade this very light. And also, if you like, you can shading by earbud. Just remember, if you shade this here, you will let this intact, so you can put easier way to put highlights. And now we come back for 2H grade, and we start to shading very, very light. I don't know, this girl have very white skin, so I'm using, as you can see, only 2H and HD. But also I did different skins, so I'm using different type of grade. And now we're looking to shading all this area from the mouth. Also, I will teaching you how to build eyes and mouth. As you can see, I'm shading very, very light because it's a light skin. I just follow the picture, guys, and everything will be okay. So remember, if you want to learn something, if you're struggling with that side of the portrait, just let me know by even a message, or maybe you can post on my group. Raul, please, I want to learn this, can you help me? And if I have time, I will arrange a lesson, free lesson for you, and I'll show you how to work and how we deal with it. I didn't do any art drawing school. I learning by myself. So I start like you from beginner, guys, and I have learned by YouTube, by most of the sites. I looking for the artist and I follow the steps, and why not? Everything is possible. Now we're using clean ear cotton because we're working on an important side of the face. So what we have here, we have this shadow on the mouth. We have shadow on the bottom mouth. And we have this side with highlight. But let's see how we're doing this highlight. We're shading this. Shading by circles, guys. Keep an eye on a picture. And you will see very nice built portrait. So yes, I didn't use too many grade of the pencil, and I have already visible portrait. Don't worry if you're going out sometime with this ear cotton. I'm doing by myself as well, so I'm not worried about that because I have eraser, and I'm come back with eraser and I can clean very easy before to finish the portrait. So now we have this made. also my face become more realistic. I just rework a few sides to make more realistic, more shiny and more soft. As you can see, yes, I'm using ear cotton as well so many times. If I need, yes, I'm using. Let's rebuild the nose now, because we need to use, if you remember what you need for the nose. Take the paper and come back for your paper and look, nose blending stump, HB, 2B, B and 2B just in case, okay? Let's take 2B this time, because we're doing the shadow inside of the nose, so we need darker. We're taking 2B and we build this to make more visible nose. We need to put details as well, yes guys. Everything about art or drawing is about the details. So we're looking always for details. As you can see in my projects are full of details. And now, because I have already blended this area, I know where to put this. If I need darker, I think just here, just a little bit, because this one is lighter. And now we can color in these very, very small circles to don't go the other side, or maybe more on the bottom. So guys, take your time when you're doing this, keep practicing, and you will see your work how much changed. Okay, what is important to know when you draw a nose? It's very important to build this first, so you can know the model of the nose. Okay, and you're coming down, you'll see different grade, you will stop. Yeah, or you can draw very light on your paper, or you can change the grade. But before to do this, you need blending stump. Sometimes I'm using this for details, because for me it's very helpful, this brush. But this time I'm going to use this blending stump with you guys. So the first number of blending stump, and I'm doing just small circles. And as you can see, I'm coming with different color on my paper, because the portrait asking me by blending stump. And also I can rebuild this. And putting more shadow on the outside of the nose, I can make more realistic nose here, adding more texture. How to add more texture? Doing more shadows. by blending stump. Okay, so we have already perfect nose. We're doing this the other side as well, very light. Remember always when you draw with the blending stump, before to draw or to blending, remember you have graphite on the blending. It's very easy, just take the tissue and clean just a little bit blending stump, because you may put more graphite on the area and you will be not be happy with that. Just clean a little bit till you see it's not any graphite on the tissue. And now when you're blending, it's like new, and you can do more effects and more details because your blending stump is clean. So yes guys, I like to share with you my skills. Also now we can build bottom of the nose. This one is very easy how to do it. So we're going by circles and we keep an eye on the picture, and you will see blending stump doing everything for us. And as you can see, I'm following the picture and I'm doing all possible details. But don't worry if you're doing like me different lines, because you will have eraser, and eraser you will help you to rebuild very clear everything. So I'm not worried about that. Good. Now we have built a lot of side of our portrait. To make more realistic, we need to learn how to build the eye and mouth, and not to the last time we're doing hair. So I will show you guys a few about eyes. Also we have here more, as you can see, so I can prepare more this area. Just blending, and it's like new one. So guys, blending stump is very useful to doing even the draw, even the details. But as you can see here, I did very nice nose by blending stump. Okay, now we have shadow on this area, nose shadow, and it's coming near to the eye, is coming down. How to doing this shadow is very easy. We're taking HB grade. Okay, and just shading. We're starting from the nose here, and we're following the picture. Very light shade by 8B. And the shadow is going very close to the nose. And we have shadow near to the eye. And I will show you what we're talking about. We're talking about this shadowing. Okay, as you can see, light shadow and dark shadow. Okay, different type of shading. So we're doing this shading now. We're looking to shade this light shadow now. And also dark one. Okay, how to shade the shadow exactly? You can use two types of supplier, doing by ear cotton or brush, whatever you like to use. If you're using brush, you're going very gently on your paper. Okay, very gently on your paper. If you're using ear cotton, using also very gently by circles, but we're starting from the inside of the shadow, going outside. We stop and we start again. Stop and start again. Okay. Also this area as well you can do shadow very easy with ear cotton. If you need more shadow, just coming with different grade, or you can repeat with the same one. Adding more dark texture. So remember, circles and very, very light. We never press the pencil when we're shading. And I would like to thank you very much to all of them. Just everything you draw is not a problem. Take a photo and post on my group, Graphite Pencil by Raul Art. I would like to see how you handle with this. If you learned something today, if you don't, it's not a problem. It's just a lesson and you will see in the future changing by your skill. As you can see, I have two types of shadow, lighter and darker. So I'm going with the same pencil by shadowing, just light and dark. I want to thank you very much for your support. Thank you for your comments, beautiful comments on my artwork. Thank you also for your time in this lesson. And we will keep going with this portrait. Next week will be the same time and same day. Anyway, I will post on Facebook, on many groups to know about this lesson, tutorials. And also when we will finish, all of them I will post on YouTube as well. So the people can learn on YouTube as well. And now I'm looking again with this face wipe. No, sorry, ear cotton. Doing the shadowing. It's looking like a shadow for me. So next week, guys, we come back for this portrait and we keep going to learn about the realistic portrait, and I will teach you how to draw realistic eye. Okay, and if we finish with the face, entire face, we will start how to drawing hair with white hair, blondie hair. As you can see here, we have to do this white, and we'll be doing by eraser. Very easy step for beginners, how to doing this. So thank you very much for your time, guys. Hope you learned something today. Hope you understand what graphite pencil doing, how to choose the graphite pencil, and don't forget to doing this plan if you are a beginner, to come back on the same pencil if you're drawing and if you can't remember what grade you used before. So this is the lesson for today. We stop here for a while. Thank you for your time, and I'm gonna post my latest artwork. It's about this beautiful woman with water drops. I will zoom to see my latest project. Okay, so I will post this one as well, and will be on time-lapse on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for your time. I'm gonna take a break, and we will see next Sunday 11, and also all details will be on my group as well. Thank you for your time, and keep practicing, and you will see changing in your skills. Bye now. A good day.